A very good afternoon, everyone. I am very delighted to be your host this afternoon, Pieter Geldenhuys. We are racing today the TCR League round number 8, and we're all the way from Namibia, from the Tony Rust racing track. As we see, the practice guys has just been finishing practicing. We will start qualifying very soon, and I'm looking forward to a great days of racing. There's a lot of points up for grabs, and we'll get to that in a minute. See where and how the standings look like, because it is actually a very close affair at the top. Yeah, while we're waiting, we can just have a look at the Tony Rust racetrack. Now, if we look at where the racetrack is situated, in the heart of Namibia, smack bang in the center. If you look at the middle picture at the top there, just a little bit westerly direction of Windhoek, a few kilometers left. The 2.6 kilometer racetrack with 5 corners. It seems like but it's an easy track. Let me tell you, it is not that easy. It is a very technical track, and if you get it wrong, you will be farming. So yeah, the guys put a lot of practice in over the past few weeks, and yeah, today is the last round of the TCR Namibia Motorsport Federation League, and yeah, good luck to all the drivers, and we'll have a look and see how things go today. So the guys are going to start with their qualifying rounds, so we'll get right into it, see where we're at and how the guys are doing. The guys are on the out lap. We'll get to that championship standing just in a while. I just want to run through, see who do we have today on track. We've got Pieter Grobler. We've got Herman Nieuwoud there in the Audi. Luke Sylvester is still making ready to get out on the track. Michael Rust. Got Cleopas Aula. Now Cleopas says he's got a little bit of a health problem, but he's giving it a go today, so strongs for that, Cleopas. Hope you have a good race. Melvin Goos, one of the top contenders, up and running for the championship. We'll get to that detail just now. And Andre Dippenaar also there in the Audi, getting up to speed. And we've got Craig Wesley starting seemingly his first lap. You see who else is there. Tomileri Moss. Also almost starting his first lap. Gerard Niemand en Renault. Going strong. And Johan Niemand, Gerard's father, also there. Just looking to maybe see if the boy is doing everything correctly. Just joking. Rudy van der Westhuizen, also there in the Audi. While the guys are up and running to get their first laps up and running, and let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship so far. It's a very close situation. We look at the three teams: SRAC Namibia, SRAC South Africa, and Namibia Motorsport Namibia. Yeah, between the Namibia and South Africa portions of the SRAC teams, 886 points and 830 points, so everything up for grabs. But just look at the right hand side there. Melvin Goos 225, Ulro Dupanar 219. So that's the battle for first place. And then battle for third place is going to be quite interesting today, because it seems like Basil van Rijn won't be competing today. He's got a little bit of a technical problem, which opens the door for Dennis Mitchell, Peter Grobler, Craig Wesley, Michael Rust. Any of those four guys can probably get into that third place. Also, yeah, everyone see if we can get a good race today and see if the guys are getting to bag as much points as they could. Okay, let's see how the qualifying goes so far. See James Crook pop there up into the first place, 101.32 in his Golf. Dennis Mitchell not far behind him, 101.39, only about 0.07 of a second. And Peter Grobler so far in third place, 101.5. I think while we're going around with James there, I think let's just hop on board with James to see if he can take us around for on a lap of Tony Rust racetrack. Going up the hill towards the start finish line and getting as much speed as possible downhill, hard on the brakes for the sharp left hairpin. Get as tight as possible to that curb, let it run wide, go uphill again. Now as you reach the top, you can see there's a turn, so it's almost like a blind corner, and yeah, hard on acceleration to the right hand sweep. And then also to the fourth corner here, tight little hairpin to the left, and then the long left-hander up onto the main straight. James about 0.2 off his delta so far, but still managing in that first place, 101.3. Thank you, James. Let me hop out of your car and see what other guys are doing. Tomileri mostly in fourth place so far, 101.5, only about 0.03 on Peter Grobler in third place. And Melvin Goos pops up into third place, was a 101.49. Melvin there in the Alpha. Rudy van der Westhuizen starting to also to get to grips. 102.4. Er had niemand there in the Renault. 102.1. And Henry Nieuwoud also there in the other Audi. 102.0. Cleopas there in the pits. 101.9. John Ray Tippenaar 101.9 as well. And Johan Niemand in the Renault as well. 101.7. Michael Rust also 101.7. If I look down the timing board from first to 14th, it's only about a second difference between the guys. 101.3 and 102.4. Only 1 second from first till 14th place. So the guys are quick today. Dennis Mitchell on a flying lap, slightly up on his delta. Only needs about 700s to get into that first place. That uphill just about on his delta, just losing out. Melvin Gous going on the left hand hairpin at the bottom of it's corner 1. About on the bubble there. Running a little bit wide there on the exit of turn 2. Melvin about 0.3 down on his delta so far. Peter Grobler. And while we're looking at Peter Grobler, Wilro Dippenaar just popped up in first place. A 101.31, only 200ths of a second faster than James Crook. A great lap, Wilro. And that was basically on the last lap. It's like qualifying is over. So Wilro Dippenaar, James Crook and Dennis Mitchell the top 3. Tommy Leary Moss there in 4th place, Melvin Gous 5th, Peter Grobler 6, Craig Wesley 7, Michael Rust 8, Johan Niemand, Gerard Niemand bringing up the top 10, and John Ray Dippenaar 11, Cleopas, Henry Nieuwoud and Rudy van der Westhuizen. There's a quick look at that point table as well. Melvin, Wilro, yeah, Melvin I see there in 5th place, Wilro Dippenaar in 1st place there on the starting line. James Crook, Dennis Mitchell in 2nd and 3rd, and Tommy Leary in 4th place there. The guys are making ready to start the first race. Everyone's lined up and ready. There's Walter Duppenaar, Dennis Mitchell, James Crook. Top 3. Tommy Moss, Melvin Gous. The starting lights coming on, and away we go. James Crook's got a good start on the outside of Wilro there. Wilro keeping a tight line on the inside, Dennis Mitchell right behind him. Seems like everyone is safely around corner 1. Wilro leading with Dennis and James right behind Dennis. Melvin Gous also from 5th into 4th place already. Past Tommy Moss down the main straight when at the start. Dennis running a little bit wide. We'll see James run on him down the start of the main straight there. We were already opening a little bit of a gap, about a second. James could go defensive early. Dennis is coming, see if we can get on the outside. With Melvin on the inside, passing Dennis there. With Tommy Leary-Moss also keeping an eye on these few guys ahead of him. Says, guys, you make a mistake, I'll take that position gladly. Dennis also now on the inside of Melvin there. Great pass there, Dennis. We're running a little bit wide there. On the exit of the last corner. Let's give James and Dennis and Melvin opportunity to pass. The guys are pulling out all the stops with James, Dennis and Melvin following. Melvin running a little bit wide, gives Wilro opportunity there to get on the inside, but Melvin has got the inside now for the second last corner. Wilro now right on the tail of Melvin, going up the hill. That little dice there gives Dennis Mitchell and James Crook a little bit of breathing room up front. Melvin sticking to the inside line there. Melvin still on the inside, but Wilro's got a little bit better acceleration out of the corner there. A lot of action. Let's see what's happening behind them. Peter Grober in 6th place. And Michael Rust currently in 7th. Johan Iemand in the Renault running a little bit off track there. Craig Wesley 9 and John Ray Dippenaar bring up the top 10 so far. Melbourne goes very close now to Wilrow. Try to stay in the slipstream there. Melbourne going on the outside. Wilrow is defending that inside line. If the Alpha can get the acceleration out of the corner from the outside line. Seems like if you're on the outside line on corner 1, you can get a little bit of acceleration. Dennis now having a great room, a little bit of breathing room in front of Wilrow and Melvin there. Tommy Leary also now very close to Melvin. And while these guys are battling it out, Peter Grober now joined the party as well with Michael Rust not too far off from him. This at the back, Herman Nieuwoud and John Ray Dippenaar battling for the 10th place. Let's jump in the front to see what's happening here. Oh, Tommy just overcooking it a little bit there, tapping Wilrow, and but all safe, everyone is back up to speed again. And Tommy running a bit wide there at the back. Up front, James Crook. Dennis Mitchell now pulling out all the stops to see if he can get closer to James. Wilrow Dippenaar, Michael Rust up into 4th place now after the incident that happened there at the back. Peter Grober in 5th place. Craig Wesley in 6th. Herman Nieuwoud now on the inside of John Ray Dippenaar. See how they go on the second corner there. Not giving each other enough room there, with Herman making the pass there. Kleopos also now joined this party for which is now for 8th place. Tommy and Melvin after the incident getting back up to speed again. The Rudy van der Race is about 2 seconds up the road from Melvin. And Dennis still in 2nd place there, chasing hard after James Crook. We see Michael Rust now in 4th place. Looking to see the opportunity there to get closer to Wilrow. Peter Grober chasing after Michael Rust. Kleopos now very closely behind John Ray Dippenaar. Liu is looking for that 9th place. We're going on board with Jandre Dippenaar here. You can see the alpha of Cleopas getting very closely under braking there. See if he can get into the slipstream up the hill towards the start finish line. Cleo trying to get it to that inside line. See under braking. Cleo running a little bit wide there under braking, giving Jandre the opportunity to take that position back. Great drive there, guys. Running a little bit wide, giving Cleo now the opportunity again to get closer. Up front we see Wilrose had an incident. Probably ran wide on one of the exits of one of the corners. And which gives now Craig Wesley in the 5th place. Johan Niemann 6th, Henry Nieuwoud in 7th. And up front still James Crook. About a 1.5 second lead from Dennis Mitchell. Michael Ross now in 3rd place. Peter Grobler about a 1/2 second behind Michael. Melvin Ghost is now past Jandre Dippenaar. Jandre defending that inside line. Now Melvin get up to speed again after the earlier incident. Melvin looking for that inside line under braking. Jandre taking that place back under braking there. And Peter Grobler now right behind Michael Rust, going down the main straight up to the first corner. Peter looking for that inside line on the first corner. If he can get it slowed down, running a little bit more wide on the exit, gives Michael the opportunity to get back onto that inside line. Just a little bit of late braking for Peter, sealed that position for 3rd place. Tommy Leary was past Rudy there. You hear those brakes screeching off that Audi. Rudy and Jandre now battling for that 12th place position. Johan Niemann in 6th place, with Herman Nieuwoud now following closely. Michael Russ still staying with Peter. There's Peter, if you make a mistake, I'm here to take your third place. Thank you very much, but no. So I'm not jinxing anyone with commentator's curse. Keep it safe, guys. Herman Nivert now chasing hard after Johan Niemand, looking for that inside line on the first corner. Johan going about a little bit wide, and unfortunately they just touched there. And Wilro and Melvin, I think, no, that's Leopas, will also now pass Herman there. Leo in the Alpha. With about a minute and a half to go, James Crook still in first place. And Dennis Mitchell in second place. Peter Grober, followed by Michael Rust in third and fourth. Craig Wesley also using the opportunities of earlier incidents, having a good race into fifth place. Wilro just passed Johan Niemand there. Wilro now in sixth place after the earlier incident. James now on his second last lap, still in first place, with Dennis about 2 seconds behind him. Peter Grober still being chased by Michael Rust in third place. Craig Wesley fifth and Wilro Dippenaar now in sixth place. Johan Niemand and Leopas seventh and eighth. Herman Nivert in 9 and Melvin bringing up the top 10. With Tommy Lerimos just behind Melvin, John Dippenaar and Rudy van der Westhuizen 12 and 13. Let's just get back to James Crook on his last lap. He used the opportunities that came from a few incidents earlier in the race and held that first position. Great race there for James, and Dennis Mitchell in second. Peter Grover gonna take third. Peter Grover in third and Michael Rust in fourth. Craig Wesley fifth. Wilro to bring up sixth place. And Johan Niemand with Leopas very close in 7 and 8. Melvin in 9 and Tommy Leary in 10th place. Jan-Ray Dippenaar, Rudy van der Westhuizen, and Herman Nieuwoud. Oh, lots of action for the first race. So now the second race will be a total reverse grid. So it means that James Crook will start in the last place position. And if Gerard Niemans is going to race, I don't know if he's still on the server, he will be in pole position. Otherwise it will probably be Herman Nieuwoud with Rudy van der Westhuizen up front. Now we will be right back. The second race, total reverse grid. Great, we are almost ready for the second race. It's indeed Herman Nieuwoud and Rudy van der Westhuizen up front. But the guys at the back will need to know how to put all the stops out to see if they can get back up to the front. And we are racing. Total reverse grid for the second race. Herman Nieuwoud, Rudy van der Westhuizen, Jan-Ray Dippenaar, Tommy Lerimos, Lots of position changes there from the first corner. Rudy, Tommy and Melvin, the top three. Tommy looking to see if he can pass Rudy, but Rudy keeps on the inside line with Melvin very close behind Tommy there. Wilro also right in there. Rudy going up early onto that inside line. With Melvin on the inside line using that opportunity of Rudy having a slide there. So Melvin now followed by Wilro, and Johan Niemand also now popped into third place. Behind them is also a close battle for 6th place, Michael Craig and Jean-Ray Dippenaar. Johan Niemand now challenging Wilro for that 2nd place. That I've probably tuned that Renault a little bit in the pit while they were preparing for the 2nd race. Right up there with Wilro. Melvin, Wilro, Johan Niemand, Tommy Lerimos. Johan trying to get to that inside line. Wilro's got a little bit of a better acceleration out of the corner with that wider line. And at the back, Dennis Mitchell, Craig Wesley, James Crook battling for 8th place. And James and Dennis wants to get up to the front there. Johan Niemand running a little bit on the curb there, giving Tommy Lerimos a little bit of opportunity to see if they can look at passing there, but that Renault is quite wide it seems. Tommy going on that inside line up to first corner. Wilro ran a little bit wide there on the first corner. Position changing all the time with Melvin, Tommy, Leary and Johan Niemand at the top three. Let's look at to see where Michael Ras now is in 4th place with Wilro off that with that little bit of a wide exit on corner 1. Now in 5th place with Dennis Mitchell right behind him and Craig Wesley and James Crook also following. Dennis Mitchell is now starting to get closer to Wilro there. Wilro looking also on the inside of Michael. Michael running a little bit wide there. Giving Wilro the outside line. Wilro now back in 4th place. Dennis and Michael having a little bit of a argy-bargy there, but all good, no harm done there. James Cook also looking to get that yellow Golf in between those. That's it, the Hyundai, the Link, and also the Hyundai. James looking to get onto the inside of Michael there for this for corner 2. Michael keep on that outside line and getting the drive out of the corner to get to the inside line on turn 3. Up front we still have Melvin Ghost and Tommy now starting to chase after Melvin. Peter Grobber also now starting to get up to speed again. If he can get up a higher position, battling there with Michael Rust now for 8th place. Looks like Tommy Leary must have a little bit of out of running wide. Have a look and see. Okay, Melvin's still in 1st place. Johan Niemand now in 2nd place. Loro Depenaar in 3rd. And James Cook got past Craig and Dennis Mitchell and Michael Rusty in 4th place. Craig doing a good job there in 5th. Followed by Dennis Mitchell, Michael Rust and Peter Grobber now chasing down Michael there as well. And at the back, now it's Andre Depenaar, Rudy van der Westhuizen and Herman Nieuwoud getting in a battle there with Cleopas for 11th place. Tommy running there a little bit wide out of turn 3. Herman on the inside of Cleo, going up the hill towards the start finish line. Keeping that inside line, Herman. And on a braking, this run up onto the curve gives Cleopas a little bit more acceleration out of the corner. Leary now very closely behind Gerard Niemand. Now it seems like Gerard sorted out his gremlins of the first race. Now in 9th place. Looks like that Renault is still a bit jumpy at the back. When it hit that curb and settled the car a bit. And behind him, Herman Nieuwoud managed to get past Cleopas Aula. Tommy going for the outside line, see if he can get around Gerard Niemand there. Just leaving a little bit of room there for Tommy on the outside. Now we've got a great battle here for 4th place between Craig Wesley, James Cook and Dennis Mitchell. Melvin goes still up front in first place, about 1.5 seconds from Nmsf, with Wilred Dippenaar in third, and then this battle for fourth, Craig Wesley and James Cook. James going for that inside line, if he can get it done under braking. Craig cutting into the inside. But James getting the acceleration out of the corner because of the outside line. Dennis Mitchell just waiting for them to make a mistake to pounce on that fourth position. James running a little bit wide there. Craig trying to get to that inside cut back line, but James just blocked him off there for that moment. Gives Dennis a little run on Craig now on the inside. If Dennis can make it stick around turn 1 in the braking zone. Runs a little bit wide, gives Craig now the opportunity to get back onto him. But Dennis managed to get acceleration and a little bit of late braking there in corner 2, managed to get past. It was just about 4 minutes to go. Melbourne doing a great job there in first place. Nmsf now being chased down by Wilred in third. James Crook there fourth, followed by Dennis Mitchell, Craig Wesley and Peter Grobler now in 7th. Michael Russ bringing up 8th position. Rudy van der Westhuizen sliding that Audi in through corner 1. That's Andre Dippenaar around 30th. Rudy there in 12th position. Herman Nieuwoud 11th. Gerard Niemand in 10th place. Tommy Moss 9th. Michael Rust in 8th. Grobler. And the guys are still battling for that 4th place. James Crook, Dennis Mitchell and Craig Wesley. Now Dennis putting James under pressure there. But now also defending Craig, because Craig also wants to come through there. About 2.5 minutes to go. Melbourne still up front. Nmsf, Wilred Dippenaar, and then this battle for 4th place. Seems like that yellow Golf has just got a little bit more acceleration out of that last corner. Get a little bit of room, but it seems like the tighter areas, the Hyundai and I think it's the Link from Craig, is getting up closer. Now James said, okay, if you guys want to battle for first, I'll take the breathing room. Andre Dippenaar went to the pits. Probably have some technical issue there. Greg looking at it to see if he can get onto that inside line. But Dennis just managed to get the acceleration out of the corner. Peter Grobler in 7th place, managed the fastest lap so far, 101.6. Only about a 0.3 from the qualifying times. Quite rapid race pace. Alvaro Dubbenaar is now starting to get close to Johan Niemand. Craig Wesley still chasing down Dennis Mitchell for that 5th place. James has opened a little bit of a gap now to Dennis in 4th. And while Dennis and Craig is battling for that 5th place, Pieter Grobler now starts to get closer. Melvin goes great drive, 1st place so far. About a lap and a half to go. We're now getting very close to Johan Niemand there. Battle for 2nd place. About a 0.8 of a second behind him. Now Craig has to look in the mirrors and to see there's Pieter Grobler. That gives Dennis Mitchell a little bit of a breathing space there. Because Craig now needs to defend with Pieter Grobler there. Now Melvin going to second last corner, just the right hand. No, what's it, the left hand sweep up to the main straight left. Great race by Melvin, 1st place. And Ulro just passed Johan Niemand there for 2nd place. Don't know if Johan Niemand probably missed a gear there. James Crook in 4th. Dennis Mitchell managed to get that 5th place. Craig Wesley with a hard charging Pieter Grobler there in 7th place. Michael Rust 8. Formulieri 9 and Gerard Niemand in 10th place. Herman Nieuwoud, Rudy van der Westhuizen and Leopas Aula and Jean-Ray Deppenard. All the racing, yeah. Well done, guys. What a battle. Final round, Tony Rust. Lots of action, so thank you for that. Some great racing out there. The guys going into the pits there. Now Melvin goes, Ulro Dubbenaar, Johan Niemand top 3. So what a series it was. The Namibian Motorsport Federation TCR League consisted of 8 races, and who I would have thought it would have been so close and fair for the points at the top. It's going to be quite interesting to see where everyone finished up in the championships. But yeah, if I can maybe just comment or two from the series, I think the guys did very well. The racing was top notch, and when we did make a mistake here or there, we learn from it and we bounce back stronger the next time. And looking forward to the next series. And yeah, great bunch of guys racing together here, starting to know each other and see how everyone drives on track. It's also a big thing to know how your competitors do. And yeah, for myself, Peter Geldenhuys, looking forward for the next series, and hope we have a battle down to the wire for the championships. Thank you so much for having me, and until I catch you on the flip side again, good night everyone.